What is going on, freaks and geeks? GammaDose Gaming coming at you tonight on a lovely Monday night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming out. And all that fun stuff. Anyway, here we are at Fortress Maximus. We are here tonight. We were cleaning up a few things. I just lovely did a nice little fun error there. I changed my whistle to J, and I just accidentally hit it and called a whole bunch of dinos at me. Anyway, I started getting everything placed back. What we're doing here is we're changing out a few gates. As you can see, our dino gate is no longer a dino gate. It's almost like a mini behemoth. Actually taking the advice from one of the other Patreons, Poseidon or Hunt, on our Discord, and he suggested changing out to these new dynamic gates. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of this behemoth that was back here. We're going to change it to Adobe. So we hit the H button, as it shows right there on the right, and that changed it to Adobe from wood. From there, the height we want is actually, we're going to go 4, just a little bit higher, and then we're going to go and change the width to 6, and voila. So now we're just going to move up slightly, and of course I'm drowning. Didn't realize I was actually in the water there. Well, so let's try this again. Let's get out of K mode. So we're trying to fill here to here. We're gonna crouch. Can't crouch apparently. We're gonna go K mode, and we're gonna need to just adjust slightly. Let's change our Adobe height by 3 and width of 6. Let's try this, because then we're going to increase the size of the pillars. Right, so pillar thickness. Oh, sorry there. We want to make sure that our pillar thickness is going to cover up the hole over here, or the gap. Now I can go and this one here won't. So what are we at now? We're at 8. So we're max now. Oop. And now we're inside the pillar. So we're gonna end up, this one should be covered, and it is not. And that one is not either. So we're going to have to pick this up and start over. Now, it might be easier if I would have done it from, let's grab Cringer. Put you here, and let's change you from passive to my target. Alright, there. Now we're a little bit safe. A little bit. We're going to go K mode, and then we're going to go to, we get the 3, and let's see, 6, I guess 7 maybe? Bring it over a bit. This might actually work. And now we want to change it from wood, so we're hitting H to go to Adobe. And then we're going to go get it to K mode. We're going to increase the thickness. Apparently I'm clicking quicker than I think that might actually be pretty decent. What do we need for materials? So we need 840 wood, no problem. 210 clay might be a problem. What do we got for clay? Oh, perfect. Okay, so we need a little bit more. So 210 thatch and 110 fiber. I'm going to pull wood. I think we needed... You know what, let's just pull all the wood. Pull the thatch. And the fiber we needed. Yeah, we'll pull that. Alright. Done. So we've got our 3 high. And then we're going to bring in the gate. That's going to go there. Oh, and we shouldn't have done that. Pick up dynamic gate. And then when you go over here, so this gives you an idea. If you do goof up and remove the gate, so that stayed wood. We don't want wood. We want Adobe. So I had to go back and enable the snap assist. Last time I tried it, it wouldn't allow me to go ahead and add it. So there we go. So now that's Adobe. And then we want to finish crafting. So we need 252 wood, 126 clay, 105 of both of those. What do we got? So I need 232 wood and 126 clay. 232 wood. So right there, 232. We'll pull. And I don't know, we might be running low on clay. Oh, you know what, let's pull it. Pull it all. I can't remember the exact number. Perfect. Done. And just like that, we now have the new dynamic gate. Let's take you back. So what we're going to do is actually build a walkway up and over that one. And probably same with that one there. We're going to run up here because I want to put railing, and that actually works out a little bit better. I can do this now. Let's get, we grab the right thing. We're going to change. We're going to add our walls right here. Ooh. Perfect. And now, because we can actually get out and around, I can put my railing properly here. So beforehand, we couldn't squeeze between the behemoth gateway and the railing. If we put the railing there, that allows us to finish that. We're going to change this so that it's no longer automatic. I do miss the gate sound. Switch to manual. Let's take Cringer. Let's get you back inside, buddy. So, there you go. We can now use the dynamic gates. We can now build our walkway up and over and around to give it a little bit more like a castle. And we're sitting pretty good. And all of that in the span of 10 minutes after 3 takes. Oh well, what can you do, right? Well, let's reuse this stuff. It gives us the chance to finish off. Do I have any ceilings? I do not. Well, we're going to break those down anyway. Now, do I need it over here? I do. And look at that. That gives it a nice little finish. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the old gates right up here. And we're going to throw them in here. The foundations we won't need. You know what? Let's just grind up all of this stuff. That can stay. There. Look at that. Look at all that. There. I can pull all that later on, and we're good. Throw you in there. We're going to take the clay. I'm going to keep the walls, just because you never know when you're going to need them. The clay is going to be good to help out for when we extend our ceilings up and over. And you see, I still have some railings left over. So there you go, and that's how you use the new dynamic gates. You just select the height, select the width, select the material, move them over, place them, and then put in your materials. Once the materials are in, you have 5 minutes, or at least that's the counter on this server. I don't know if that can be adjusted or not. I'm not an admin to this server by any means, so I don't go into any of the any files or anything to see if those are adjustable. Okay, we're going to move Anixius slightly so that we can get Cringer around. So I'd like him to come back with all the rest of them. Yeah, so I don't play around with any of those files or anything to decide timers and whatnot. So I don't know if that's something that can be done. I'm sure someone will have a comment or so to advise me, and I can let you know if you have not seen them. Here we have the Ankies breeding. We're breeding our ones from the Desert Crystal Cave and the Desert Iron Mine. I haven't shipped them off yet. Reason I haven't shipped them off yet, last episode I titled it Calling All You Geeks. And the point of calling everybody out was to find out what we want to do, or what you guys would like to do. Here's my way of thinking is I would like to see anything labeled GPS, and let's add some color to the saddles. So what I tried to do was match up as closely as possible to the Unite the Geeks logo that was just created for the Discord and for the website. It's kind of a red and green color. Unfortunately, the ARC red and green are just a little too bright. To me, the brick and mud are just a little too dark, but of the two, I would pick the brick and mud. But to give more options from the last one, I did a red and red and forest, and that's brick and forest, and a brick and green. I find the green is just too light of a color for this, and that is enable. So to me it would be a choice between these two, and what I would like to see, and this is just my own personal opinion, but any of the GPS saddles, we try and match them up as to those two colors as possible. So my saddles are all black and green, and a lot of my equipment I've painted to be black and green as well. Now again, that is just my choice of colors that I like. As you can tell, Neltharion is also black and green. He was not originally that color. One of the perks of being a Patreon to the Geek server is once a month you can get dinos colored, depending on what level of a geek you are. And myself, I asked for this I'd say probably about 4 months ago, So Raleigh recolored that for me, and it worked out, and I really enjoy those colors. What I would like to do is grab my paintbrush and see if I can paint the galleon, because I'd like to see that thing nice and black. Because if I can go all black, then I might change the sails to black, and we might just rename this GammaDose Gaming, the GDG tag, and the Black Pearl, because she's shaped just like it. It would be nice to even be able to paint the sails and put a nice little skull and crossbone, just for fun. The wharf here, or pier, needs to be adjusted slightly. This side here is going to stay the same. This one here is going to be brought over some, so that the trimaran could fit in between. Now, whether it's mine or Hunt's that decides to make berth, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to be able to have it come in and park. And that's where we stand with that. So what I was saying for the walkway up and over that gate there, probably be similar to this one. We're gonna actually end up with a walkway up and over here too. And I tried changing this to the half wall, but I couldn't get it to flip. Now I could probably put ceilings on the other side, attach them to that, remove those ceilings, and then flip them that way. I actually didn't mind the look of the adobe railing, and it gives a good view out and around. We could also put some pillars here to kind of seal that up. Actually, you know what? Let's give that a whirl. I think we have enough. We have enough time. We have enough pieces of equipment. Let's go for it. We want small, and we want 4. I did 2. So what are we missing? Clay. And I bet you. Yep. So because this is still running, it's not allowing us to pull the clay. So we'll grab the clay, head back down, deposit, adobe, there, we need 2 more. You know what? Let's see if we can do it. Is that the trapdoor? Nope. Don't like how they look. Very similar, like just slightly off. Alright, there. Let's go give this a whirl. Just do a quick little change, play around. Why not? You up. There, let's go. Let's see if we can. Oh well, 1. If, whoop, yeah, well, will you allow me to pick that up? No. Alright, so we're gonna need a few more, because we're gonna need to come all the way down. So I got 3, and then we're gonna go let's see. Oh, so they do look the same. Well then, in that case, so those don't line up now. So we're going to get that fixed. Those are all lined up. Let's check to see if good and good. Doesn't look too bad. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we need 10 small pillars. We're getting pretty hungry. That should be enough to fill us for a bit. So we don't have enough for 10, but let's see what we can bring anyway. We can get 6. What do I need? Sand. Alright. Easy enough. Level are you? Well, he's starting to get a little... There we go. So we're going to fill up. Do I need... Don't really need the stone. We better take it anyway. Grab this large one and then go from there. We're still actually pretty good here. It's funny, I find I come out here when I'm gathering resources and I'll drop all the stone. Not the stone, yeah, the stone. And it will end up that the Anki doesn't want to move. Not move, but it seems like it builds up really quick to get all the when I put more, get rid of the stone so that I can just carry sand on the Anki. And I find that filled up a lot slower going just with the with both, actually. Sorry. We'll get that closed. And I think we're within pull distance. Should be good. We need clay, so let's get some sand. So the other thing, in case you were wondering about the why the Ankis are all together, placed in that one area, and why they're why I'm breeding them. Well, there was something said in Discord earlier today that alluded to some people looking for some more Ankis. So I said, well, we might as well bring them out and breed them and get them going for a few more. And so that's where we're at. We're breeding these two. I made a bunch of refertilizer to just let this run overnight and into tomorrow. That way there, as the countdown finishes up, they'll breed and continue to breed until it is pretty full. And I should be back on tomorrow, and it shouldn't be too bad. And then that way we have a bunch. We'll hatch them all, and we will take a look to see what it will give us for our haul of eggs. So now we want to go back over here. Someone doesn't sound too thrilled. Connected there. 3. Actually, that doesn't look too bad at all. And one more for good measure down here. There, I like it. So I was thinking about going every couple of walls and whatnot with those pillars like that, if we can. And then adding, so I'd add one more to the top there and then put a half wall above. But again, that's going to take a lot of clay, and it puts a lot of work in this, but yeah, no, that actually looks really good. I like that. I like that a lot. But I mean, I can always pull out these two pillars there, those sets of pillars, and that one there, because I was able to get these ones working. And I think those ones are large pillars. Yeah, so, and that's why they're there. We're going to pump these into speed just to have some fun with them. Maybe we'll get somebody to grab one, another person grab the other, and we do a race around the dunes or something. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun. Grab a couple camels and let's go. Let's take that. Alright, so we're near the end of the episode. We've accomplished a fair amount. Like I said, I'd like to challenge the geeks to come up with the idea, or an idea as to what two colors. I don't mind gathering the berries and making the dyes and going around to all the GPS dynos and dyeing the saddles. I'd just like to have us all go with the color scheme that we're all happy with. I think the forest should be used because that is one of Raleig's colors, forest and mud. UTC typically will associate red to them, at least I do. But I did not like the red and mud personally. I mean, I could alternate the colors, and we could see what red on the straps and stuff, and put what's red as mud or the forest. But I'm not sure. I want to kind of leave it to the geeks to decide that. I think we should, as a community, come together, decide what colors we want to use, and put them, like I said, on all the GPS dynos. I think that'd be a great little option for all of us. And then that way it designates the specific ones, and then that way if somebody has their HUD turned off like I do right now, and accidentally goes and teleports while they're at one of the community spots, like the iron mine up there or the crystal cave, which is over there, and they take the GPS dyno with them, we now have the colored saddle to say, hey, you grabbed the wrong dyno, that dyno shouldn't be with you. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll go from there. As for myself, I'm calling it a night. I've got to get up in about 5 hours for work and pull another 12.5-hour day. So hopefully this was beneficial to you, to help you learn how to use these new dynamic gates. I think it's a great addition. I'm not sure why the sound isn't on. Maybe that'll come out in an update. Maybe we will consider changing that. I kind of like having this one this size because of being able to perch the wyverns up top. And then I was also talking about building another level to this to put a couple more, or same thing up there. I have another level above here for another perch, and then that way we can have dino parking there. We can throw some of our flyers up there and whatnot. Anyway, we will make these decisions as we're growing and building Fortress Maximus, and we also need to start looking into our Ravager breeding program. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to call it a night. So have yourselves a great night, and thanks for tuning in. I am GammaDose Gaming, and we will see you on the next episode.